Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV. This is Admirable. I am joined today by not Kiris, but HYS, a last minute substitute for Jason Allen, who has pulled a muscle in his chest. He literally cannot breathe this air. Cannot. And we got Jon on camera, of course. We're here for the ETF2L Season 17, powered by TT eSports Premiership Week 2 fixture between Daughter and Fenneks eSports by simray.com. But I'll just call them Fenneks for the rest of the cast. Sorry, sponsors. It's going to be Gullywash and Badlands. We're on Badlands right now on the STV, so maybe they're going to change up the order there, HYS. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, let's see why not.
You had to think about it for a while there?
I did, yeah. My apologies, that was my lovely mute button on my microphone cord.
Let's jump straight in and we'll get the audience opinion here. We're going to whip out a straw poll there. I'm sure Jon will put it into the chat and we'll check out these results live. Who do you think is going to win the first map? Will it be Daughter straight up? Will it be Daughter by a golden cap? Could it be Fenneks to take it? Or could it be Fenneks taking it in a golden cap? You know, those are the sort of four outcomes you can get in an ETF2L map. And I'm going to just jump the gun without any sort of explanation whatsoever. I'm going to say Daughter are going to take this one in a straight win. Deal with that, HYS.
I think Fenneks are going to get a golden cap on one map.
You're not going to say which one?
I think probably the first map. I think they're going to get a golden cap, maybe a golden cap loss, and then a win. I guess for Daughter on the next map, clear win.
The funny thing is that these teams actually played not so long ago. Fenneks beat Daughter in the lower bracket of the TFTV Zowie Invitational number 2. It was 5-4 in Granary. It might even be a golden cap. I forget. But Fenneks have won in the last time they played. But then Fenneks went on to play Lego, who beat them, who Daughter beat last night. So it's like a love triangle there, HYS. I'm not sure if we can really get any value out of it. But let me check the results of the straw poll. I know you guys can see them on the stream, but I don't have the technology to do that right now. The votes are very minimal. Maybe we should have waited till there was more people watching. But I'm seeing 19 votes here in this first map poll. I'm going to just spam it in the chat again. We'll let it run for a while. And before the game actually starts, we'll see how people are feeling about this. There's been some roster changes though, HYS. Maybe since you last saw these teams play. Zebasai is now playing Pocket instead of Knutson on the Daughter side, but on the Fenneks side, they've said goodbye to Delzik, who sort of lost his interest in the game, and they've picked up Sheepy from the folded team Deserto. What do you think about that transaction?
He's a good pickup. I mean, Delzik is known for his matchability, but you know, Sheepy on his game, he's right up there.
I did sort of question Skeege a little bit before the game, and he reckoned that it was a pretty much straight swap in there for Delzik. He's sort of like Sheepy's also a sort of quiet guy, doesn't say much on the mic, but just gets his job done. And he seems happy with the pickup there. Of course, there was always also a question over whether GF18 was motivated to play, and he seems happy now that they have Sheepy on board. He seems quite satisfied with his new scout partner. Right now, though, the teams are almost all on the server. There's 11 players here, so HYS, I'm going to invite you to give me a roster rundown.
Sure. Well, on the blue team tonight, we've also got Dota, their medic being Two Nuts, former crack clan medic. Then we've got the two soldiers, the pocket soldier being Zebosei, which is a recent switch from the Zowie to TF2 Invitational. Knutson on Roman Soldier, Rib on Demo, Walters and Beaven, the formidable Swedish scout duo, finalising that roster. And on the Fenneks team is Skeege, their team leader, our medic and main caller. We've got the two soldiers of Klar, who is a pocket soldier, and Kalari, who's playing on Roman Soldier. And that's followed up by Siklus, the Russian demo man, and the two scouts of GF18 on Pocket Scout, and their new addition, Sheepy, on the Roman Scout.
I should mention as well, guys, that we also have the team comms available to us from Fenneks eSports, and we did test it before the game. It is working. Touchwood, just totally ruined it there. But if I remember, I will try to bring in the comms at some key moments. We'll hear Skeej raging at people, and maybe people raging back at him, or maybe complete silence. That would be quite awkward. Let's quickly check these live poll results right now. I'm going to tell you that Daughter, people are going with me on my ballsy call, or maybe obvious call. Daughter out there in front with 64% of the vote. Fenneks behind them on 25%. And again, few people with the cojones to go and pick a golden cap there. We got 9% thinking Fenneks might take it to a golden cap, but only 2% fancy Daughter to take it by a golden cap and only get 2 points from this. Still a bizarre rule from the ETF2L there. I don't understand why you get less points, or you get more points for winning slowly or losing slowly. Jesus, I have a point to make, I swear. But teams are almost, they're teasing us here. They're trying to ready up. They haven't even asked me. They didn't ask for my permission to ready up. Do they don't know that I'm the king of TF2, HYS?
Oh, I'm sure they don't.
There's Cadis in the channel as well, actually. I just noticed he's joined Mumble with us, even though he is unable to breathe properly and as such bowed out of the cast tonight. So he's here with us in spirit. Maybe just bear the pain to talk to us during the intermissions. Maybe he even wants to talk to us right now. Is there anybody out there? No, guys. He's just totally incapacitated right now. HYS, I'm going to predict a 5-0 scoreline for Daughter. Not just am I convinced they're going to win, but I think they're going to absolutely smash it. I believe that after that...
I'll bet money you're wrong, James.
Money?
Right, money right here.
I'm looking around. I've got a pound coin sitting on the desk. It's yours at A52.
Pound it is.
5-0. That's not good odds, though. You should be giving me odds, man.
Nah, there's no way it's 5-0. At least to take a round. You'd have to give me money, since yours is such an outrageous scoreline.
You just pay me if I win.
That's it.
That's a charity bet. Well, I'm quite surprised by Fenneks. You know, they were not really given a chance by anyone in the preseason playoffs. They went down to the lower round robin, and people didn't think they were even going to be able to beat Lethal Weapon, but they did. And Skeej was one man who believed that. Mentioned in the little event there on teamfortress.tv that he really believed his team were going to make it to the second or third round, and they did that. So they definitely have something here. I mean, I suppose it says something a lot about this season that it's just so close between all the teams.
These guys can be a dark horse in the competition. I think it's just a case of them getting their new players to gel. Obviously now with Carr, Sickless and Sheepy being kind of new, they're obviously, they could throw a surprise, you know, forming last minute.
Yeah, they're all like pretty beastly in terms of deathmatch, except for Clary, but apparently he's the playmaker. Oh, shots fired. Here we go live. It's Team Fortress TV with Admirable, HYS Jon. We're going to the first middle of the ETF2L Season 17, powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 2 fixture between Daughter and Fenneks Esports. I'm watching the Zebosai perspective. Tell me what's happening on middle, HYS.
Yeah, and there's obviously one soldier jumping quickly up on the train from Daughter. He's going to be denied. One scout around underneath. One scout will pick up Knutson underneath. That's quickly balanced out with 2-1 deficit now, as Daughter have a slight man advantage, but the Fenneks have better possession on the point, if you like. They're going to push back in gradually, and this is fairly even exchange, but the red team is going to crit it. We've missed it. Sickless has picked up 3 excellent kills on the point, and there's only Knutson alive, but he's only just spawned, I believe, and he's coming back from last, and the first middle will go.
Skeej whips out the shred alert there. I was watching Zebo deal with Sheepy on choke. He went sort of chasing around behind, but that crits just turned that middle around. It looked like Daughter had taken control of it, and this is something Skeej has mentioned in the past about how he was learning the dark art of crits from the Russians, and Sickless is very effective with it right now. Fenneks pushing fast here onto the blue spire, but they're finding some resistance. There's Rib and a buffed Zebosai ready to jump up and block the spire. Skeej is in a very dangerous position, doesn't even crit yet. He was on the spire. Zebo jumps in and gets that pick, but he will go down himself, and with 3 players down, Daughter trying to get out. There's a soldier bombing up Kalari. or Clara goes up onto Rib, but couldn't get the frag there. Fenneks are going to make this one work, even though they lost their medic. Their daughter just committed too many players to that.
Looks like the pound's gone, James, and now we're going to take you to middle right now, and I'm going to follow the eyes of Rib on the way down to middle, and he's just rolling out standard rollout here. He's going to make his way through house from Wooden, and
it's still crits.
He's still crits, and he's going to opt for the normal rollout. He's got possession on the point. Sickles is giving that away, but Rib's under a lot of pressure here from the red scout of GF18, and Walters is going to pick up the first kill, followed by Beaven. Good work from the scouts from Dota. That's good. That's 4 down now for Team Fenneks as Dota have lost their medic, and that's a wipe. Fenneks wipes, James.
Yeah, you know, that Crits Creek gimmick won't work if you're just boxed into the house right from the start. Middle, great aggressive play there from Daughter. Totally shutting down Fenneks' plans of Crits worldwide domination. Let's go to the Fenneks comms here and see how they are planning to hold on to this last. Here we go.
Okay. Build it ASAP then. Clara, you have to build.
I can build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lobby.
They might, if you can see, check if it's crits. Or if you know how to do the spy thing.
Above me.
Yeah. But watch out for sniper soon. Or spy. If it's
Bottom
Bottom left, I need heal. Please!
yeah, that's what they do.
Just
Bottom left,
bottom
right.
left.
Sort of them as well, main.
Bottom left,
Nice.
guys.
Scout top lobby.
Scout sweep.
Point.
Come on, point.
Whoa!
Okay.
Told you guys, bottom left.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't even an Uber advantage there. Jeez. Should have paid attention, but double soldier spam there. That's a classic Zebo move there, and got that heavy pick onto GF18. And onto this middle heist, take it away.
Yeah, both demo mans opted for normal, but the blue demo man of Ribs got the better exchange. The scouts are very aggressive on the front chain. Sheepy picks off Beaver an early exchange that's followed by a second kill onto a soldier, and this looks good for Fenneks. They're all hopping around their train, and Dota have had to give up position because they're 3, but they've kept their medic alive, and it's very equal. And Uber charges.
Yeah, Sheepy producing the goods right there. 2 frags on that mid, shutting down Brebern and Knutson. Walters ran forward, really held the attention of quite a few of the Fenneks players, but none of the rest of his team were able to follow up on that. Here we see Daughter holding forward in the lobby. They've got charged, so too does Skeege. It's not a crit streak, it's going to be Medigun versus Medigun. Zebo finds Sickles up top, gets forced, drops down to force himself, and then hops back onto the balcony. Skeege is going to make a brave play here. They're going all the way to last with a man disadvantage. They're just behind enemy lines. Will they get sandwiched? Will they be able to give him some sort of juke? Skeege runs back, leaves the soldier on last. Now he's thinking of going. He goes back again. Skeege gets the arrow kill on Knutson. I thought he had just signed his own death warrant there, but somehow survives. And the rest of his team are making a real go of this. Rib versus Skeege. It's going to be now. Sickles has spawned. He's jumped up onto balcony. Skeege is on the point. Tries for the hero play when he could have just ran back and had an Uber advantage. Oh, Skeege, you are just crazy, crazy Dutchman.
Real lack of cohesion there from Fenneks as they went on to the last. I saw Kalari sacrifice for Rib stickies, and Ski sort of coming from bottom right. Strangely, like 3 or 4 seconds later, there seems to be a lack of communication, and that's going to free up the team in blue of Dota just push forward. But that good pick from GF18 at choke on sniper onto Walters is going to help. And that's 2 nuts getting picked from Kalari out of Haunter. They're sacrificing a lot to take this spy, James. That's 4 down in the process of taking that spire, and it's going to be crucial here to see what Beaven and Knutson can do to slow down this push of Fenneks.
It's ×2 on the point. Skeege running that normal medigun. 2 nuts just about to respawn, so he's going to find himself at a 60% disadvantage. That's a big window of time right there for Fenneks to decide how they want to push, and maybe we can just abuse these comms yet again and see how they're going to execute here. As I just go overkill on the linked comms. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm back on it.
Gonna watch
Heavy
main.
top left. Boxing.
Okay, 4 seconds.
Who's going?
Scout
Oh,
first, then Sickles.
Yeah, I'm
Stamper main,
spamming.
guys.
Let's go now.
Go.
Yeah,
For the heavy.
From behind the
From
point.
spiral.
Health weak, dead.
nice.
So
Go
the
point, go
Heavy
for point.
dead.
I'm going on point.
Almost done.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
Beautiful. It's a clear plan there from Skeege, well executed by Sheepy. went in, got Pyro, got Heavy, and then straight onto the point, dodging those stickies. And Daughter just looking a little bit limp there. Would expect him to have a few more moves on last, but that Uber proved too strong for him. HYS, what's happening on this middle?
Ribs opted for the normal rollout. He's still hovering around his slope while Sickles engages Knutson, and he'll go down. Kalari will follow shortly after. Walters to go down now, and that's Daughter with the disadvantage. Hovering around their train is a great jump by the Roman soldier. That's actually Klar. They'll cut 1 kill on Zebosay. He'll follow off, and it's just 2 nuts running back to last on his stone bridge. He's been pursued by Sickles, the demo man of Fenneks, and he's done a good serve from the sticky there. 2 nuts is going to back off down bottom right. Opts to leave the health pack in order to get back a little bit quicker, and he'll get back to last, and that's maybe crucial, James, as they look to defend their last control point.
Yeah, maybe Sickness could have jumped to get position on the medic there, but couldn't land the fatal blow either way. He does have an advantage here, and Skeege might want to push on this if he's feeling aggressive. We've seen some ballsy plays already from Fenneks, but right now they're going to just sit back, regroup, and make sure they have everybody buffed and ready to go here for this Uber versus Uber battle. Probably expect a little bit of an Uber trade here, then a follow-up push. They're healing up everybody in the lobby. Oh, it's going to be double soldier spam, giving Daughter a taste of their own medicine here. They're going to spam bottom right. They're trying to find Knutson, or that sniper Walters in the door there. Just seemed to time his return to the cabinet quite well, but during that, Beavern tried to push out on the fact that the heals were on the other side. He's gone down, and that gives them a free pick here as the Ubers get traded off. Zebo has just stepped out in there, taking down Sickles with the shotgun, and no demo man up. That gives him a clear opportunity to try and make something happen here. He's going to be up in 3 or 4 seconds though, and he will be there to defend the Spire, but they might be able to find a few more frags here. HYS, I'm not sure how this one's going to play out.
That's right, and they're trying to make use of every advantage here. They've got 1 man advantage. The medic is on Stonebridge, taking a little bit of spam. He's had to drop underneath. A soldier will jump up to try and help up the Spire. There is a scout behind them as well, but looks like they're still hovering around in the trash area. It's quite good positioning here from the Dota team, and we're looking at Uber charges fairly even here as the Swedish team have lost 2, and that'll be 3 now. They're retreating out on left. Tunis has got away, and it looks like he's dropping out bottom right, and he's being pursued by a scout. He's took 1 sticky. The scout will try follow up. He looks like he's been blocked by Beaven, and he's managed to get away, but the demo cannot pick him off of Sickles, and he's hanging around bottom right. He will take the scout kill though, and that's 4 down currently for Dota.
Yeah, the damage of Sickles this round, I'm just looking at the live stats. He's been putting out about 15k so far this round, and Daughter are really struggling here. I'm so surprised. Right now, Pyro of Knutson is blocking off the Uber charge. He's doing his best to buy time for 2 nuts, but Beavern's just respawned. They find themselves still a man down though. Instant Uber as soon as 2 nuts gets it. Zebosai straightens forward, finds Kalari and Sickles. Walters is going to assist to get Skeege. There's a soldier on the point here! Just as Rib was in the spawn for a second, and Klar just walks in and caps the point as the rest of Daughter had moved out there to try and find more frags. They trusted their teammates to hold on to that last point, but it didn't happen, and Fenneks are 3-1 up here as we go to the 5th middle house.
Yeah, I'm following Zebosay and Eyes here, the pocket soldier of Team Dota. He's going to be making his way up to the enemy shithouse, if you like. He's jumping up onto the train. He'll go onto the medic. He'll get a good rocket exchange, but he hasn't done a lot else. He'll be tooed by the scout underneath. Sheepy will pick him up. I'm switching my view now all the way to Klar, who's still on the middle from Team Fenneks. They've got a 1-man disadvantage as they look to see if they can do anything. And there's a medic on point healing the 2 players alive from the blue team. He's going to bomb in. The scout coming in at the same time. He's trying to go for the medic, but he'll get picked by Rib, and that's a crucial pick from Dota's demo man as he holds on, and the medic is slowly building on 90%.
Yeah, he got those kills in the nick of time. 2 nuts survives, and Skeege has respawned. He's still on medigun, but he's at a 70% disadvantage here, slowly decreasing the longer Daughter take to push. They did get Sickles though, so there's no threat of stickies. They can just barrel straight down main here and make a play for the point. Sickles is only just respawning. He might be able to get a few sticks there, but already the team are in. No scouts from Daughter are making a play for the point. Rib has it totally stickied up, but nobody is trying to play that point. I think that is a real missed opportunity right there. It seems like they're just going to go for frags instead, and that might just be another way to do it. There's always more than one way to skin a cat in TF2, so well played, Daughter. You've got it back to 2-3 here. Let's go to the team comms house and see what Fenneks are planning on this middle.
But then there was
Doesn't
this
matter now.
soldier spamming.
Yeah.
I'm fast.
Valley again.
Soldier
Okay.
shells.
Scott's one on
Good
the
to
top
30.
right.
No,
I'm jumping.
no. You're good.
I'm
I'm
coming
soldier
to
shit
you,
house.
yeah.
I'm dead.
Medic,
So-
we...
So shit house, jumping, no.
Down.
Nice.
But he's chasing.
Go back,
But
go back.
One
Scout
scout house.
Yeah, just go trash instantly.
Run.
Go trash instantly.
Good trick.
Never go stone there
Good
like that.
I'm dead.
Yeah, now I'm gonna die as well.
I'll
Yeah, a bit of a directionist middle there, maybe HYS. Didn't seem like they had a clear voice calling out like who should die or what exactly the plan was. They were just sitting there trying to react to Daughter.
Yeah, we had some frustration there from Skeege at the end as they split and separated from his team, and he got picked on trash late on, which is even more of a problem because he hasn't spawned yet, and Tunuts still has 100% Uber charge advantage for the last point. But we're going to see GF18 on Sniper on last. I'm going to follow, see what he can do here. This could be risky not to opt for Pyro or Heavy as a stacked defense with such an Uber disadvantage. He's watching into main. But from what I can see, they're opting for bottom right, and they're Ubered in on bottom right, James, and one scout was going to try to shoot the stickies away from the point. They haven't done a lot with this Uber. Soldiers block the scout well on the point. A Heavy will drop. It's 2 for 2 exchange. It looks really good, but that Heavy's soaking up a lot of damage. He's on 25. He will get picked by the Soldier. There, and Nelson will cap off the point as he shoots the sticks away.
That's a push we used to see in Broder as well. They bring in the Scout and the Demo Man. Usually I think they try and spam the sticks into the edge of the point or something like that, but he spent a lot of time just shooting them there. But they would try and run a Scout onto the point and then put down a sort of force field of stickies. Worked in the end, but it was just through fragging power, I think, rather than that working specifically. Here comes another middle low. It is going to be a balcony rollout from Sickless, who seems to be focusing on the blue train. There's a scout behind though. Who is this? It's Walters coming in behind. He sees Skeet on the red slope. He's coming in. 1 shot, 2, 3. Oh, gets his man eventually, but the rest of his team are dead. And I was probably watching the wrong guy there.
Absolutely, that was much better from Team Fenneks from the former middle, where they worked much more as a team, stuck together. Kalari held his aggression from the enemy shithouse, and he seemed to stay alive long enough for his team to do work on the train. And then obviously a telling pick there from Walters, and we'll see what Skeege opts for. Has he taken crits? Yeah, that's it, James. He's rolled with the crits, and that will give the team possibly a slight advantage here. Kalari seems to be doing something random on last, getting picked from Beaven, and that's going to bring Team Dota forward as they look to work picks at the lobby. But the Ubers are equal, and I say they're equal. There's actually a crits advantage, as we heard. The Skeege has switched in the spawn, and we're going to see how this pans out round Spire.
Kalari is going to respawn as Soldier as well. No hijinks there in terms of the off class. Ebbo's jumped forward onto Jumppad here. He's trying to hold court and spam down from the high ground onto the red choke. He's managed to buy enough time for his team to cap Spire. Skeege has just got the crits. The first sticky, he finds 2 nuts. The second finds Walters. And Sickless, or Sheepy actually gets the credit for a crater there onto Zebasai, but another effective crit. Skeege has to surf here if he wants to survive. He's gone on the second rocket all the way back to choke. Knutson will not get the medic pick there. Rib has respawned. He's sticking up last, but this is looking tough for Daughter to hold here. There's a scout in on top.
And they're going on to last. The Demo Man very aggressive on the point. He has the pain train, so he caps most of the point off. But the 2 scouts trying to apply some pressure onto last point. But Fenneks will lose 3 players, only for the traders Eversight, their pocket soldier. And Skeege is making his way back through Stonebridge, and he has 2 soldiers to accompany him. And we'll see what they can do here as 2 Nuts is on 40% charge on the balcony with his Demo Man rib.
Yeah, they seem to just take their sweet time right there. Already Daughter have scouts on the Spire and they're trying to spam there, but nobody's pressuring the Daughter combo. The Demo Man who can just spam that point sticky after sticky without actually putting his life at risk.
And I'm going to have to interrupt you here, James, because the crits is going to come in from main. We're watching Kalari jump in as a distraction so Sickless can shoot off the crits. He's took the medic on the first, he's took the roaming soldier on the second, and he'll get picked on the third attempt for the kill. But that doesn't matter because he did his work, and they came in and capped from behind.
Yeah, this is turning into a real back and forth. I mean, yesterday Daughter said that they want to play an aggressive style. They didn't really like playing against Lego. And here they're being out-aggressioned by Fenneks, the underdogs, in my eyes at least. But Skeege is going to roll up from his ramp side onto this middle, and then Claren to a body of blue players there as Daughter rolled out from the red shithouse, and that didn't work out well. Clara got focused down pretty quickly. Sickless was stuck in the house for most of that middle. He and Skeege have backed out, but I think that was just a sort of rock, paper, scissors moment where they picked the wrong strategy or reacted badly to the fact that Daughter had rolled out to Valley.
Yeah, now we're seeing both medics with the Uber charge. Actually, Skeege has crits, I stand corrected, and he's making his way into top lobby. He's going to drop onto main. He gets the double kill, the 2k. That'll be the 3k for Clar. Excellent play as he looks to focus the scout. He takes the scout. That's a 4k for Clar with the crits, and he takes a 5 shortly after James. And that's excellent play on the defense. Very good timing. And now they're going to push to take their second.
Oh man, I am fast becoming a Fenneks convert. I've forgotten all about my Lego fanboyism. Fenneks could be the new team for me. This is very interesting to watch. Thank you, Skeege. Thank you. He has maintained an advantage here by staying alive, and it's going to be something on Daughter's mind for sure. I think we'll go to the comms again and see how Skeege wants to execute this next push.
Okay, I have it in 2 seconds.
Where's is medic in house or on choke? Tell me.
Wait.
I think he's out.
I'm checking.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
house, he's probably.
Okay, it's fine. Just give me.
So, solid jump on you.
So jumping.
Solid on train.
Damage down.
Mhm.
Is Rick underneath?
He's
I'm happy
60.
with scout behind you, weak.
Nice,
Oh, in their house.
Done.
nice,
Top
nice.
Dark on point. They use.
They do it. It's 3v3 after the Uber. If you
I'm-
don't take damage,
I'm underneath.
I'm behind them tower.
go
Go, Clary.
now.
Go, Clary.
So 200.
Oh,
They took.
unlucky. I'm going Uber.
There you have it, guys. Being invulnerable is still pretty good, even when your opponent has that ×3 damage multiplier. I feel like that was sort of Zebo carrying the can there. His team's lost 3 players, so that crits you would hope they wouldn't lose any more than 2, but he came up strong in the end, managed to hold on to that midpoint and push back the Fenneks Marauders, take Inspire, and now they're ready to push the last. And only 2 players are up right now. Clar and Clary both on red health. This is looking like a slam dunk right now for Daughter as they just go steaming on to last. And we've got a 4-4 game in our hands, guys.
Yeah, 4-4, and we got 10 minutes remain, James. This is an excellent game with TF2. We're into our 9th round here, and I'm going to follow the blue demo man of Dota, which will be Rive, and he's rolling out through house. He's taking the health kit. He's going to opt from main, standard rollout. He's got the first stick onto Sickless, second stick on Sickless down to 40 HP. The scout aggressive onto the train. He's put some good damage onto GF18. That's going to force Fenneks fairly defensive early on, and they haven't taken much ground. The Dota team are very aggressive. Rib will get the first pick, Zebusay second, Nutson third, and that's 3 down now for Fenneks as they eagle or just take one scout out. There's still a lot of aggression considering for Fenneks. They still have the point presence despite having the man disadvantage. I can see it's Uber still from Skeege. We're not going to be enjoying watching crits on middle here, but we're seeing a soldier, Zebusay, very aggressive. He's very low though. He's onto the demo man. Sheepy will defend his demo man well, and now we're seeing a one-man itch to Fenneks despite all the odds and defending that scout off from house.
Yeah, that middle for me was all about the medics and how they got taken out of the game at various points. 2Nuts was forced out super weak on choke, and even though his team had an advantage, he wasn't there to heal them, and it went back and forth. Then Skeege was sort of unable to heal, and 2Nuts was able to come back, and they haven't even capped the point yet. There's a respawn wave coming in from Fenneks, and Daughter will just convert this one, but Fenneks want to continue here. They are just throwing bodies into this Daughter combo, and it's not really a smart move because without control of the middle, they're just going to respawn faster, so a trade here isn't really good unless they know they can win it, and that didn't seem like anything more than a 50-50 to me there, HYS.
Absolutely, and they've still got the player advantage despite that they don't have the forward spawns, and they're trying to take the middle, but they should be putting more cap sign down. Walters comes in for a side, excellent pipe from Sickless. He'll take Walters down, and Rib will come in and take Sheepy down, and it looks like they're going to cap off the middle, James, and they're going to take the forward spawns now.
Yeah, they got 2Nuts during all that, and that was crucial. Skeege sitting here with a big Uber done. He's given up his Kritzkrieg for now anyway. He's had enough of that vitamin K. There's a soldier hopping up onto the point. Clary's getting time on there, and he sees Rib backing off. It looks like nobody from Daughter wants to contest this Fenneks cat. They know they are at Uber disadvantage, but this is the sort of situation I'd like to see Daughter, you know, trying to buy time, maybe hold him forward a little bit and back it off, but they've just gone back. They're going to try and turtle up. They've got Pyro Sniper here. Walters is on that door, and again he's in position where he could be spammed, but Fenneks aren't going to go for that. They're coming in straight from the top left with that Uber charge. They're hunting down that Pyro. He's gone down. Knutsen's dead, so is Zebasai, the pocket soldier, and a big pipe there from Rib onto Kalari will hold on to that left flank on the defender's perspective. There's still sticks on the point here, but they're being torn away by Fenneks. Rib with the big deck gets GF18 and Skeej. You both went for the point at the same time. Now it's all on Walter, 60 HP. Can't do it. 2 spawns come in, but it won't be in time. And Fenneks take a 5-4 lead here with 1 minute and 20 seconds. No! Damn you, HUD. 7 minutes, 8 minutes left on the clock. Thanks, House.
Yeah, and I'm watching Kalari in eyes on the way to middle, the Roman soldier of Fenneks, and I just want to watch some jumping. And he's going to be taking the Valley rollout. He's going to, I say quick, it's not that quick, but he's going into the shithouse. He's jumping up onto the point, onto the soldier. He'll pick the soldier. That's the first kill as well for Kalari. He's jumping in. He's harassing Dota there, but he'll go down to Bevan in the show.
Sheepy's in behind.
Team and not following up, and Sheepy has come in behind. And, take it away, James.
Skeej is trying to get out of the red shit, or sorry, 2 Nuts is trying to get out of the shithouse there, but eats a rocket from the front, and then Clar drops down to put another one into him there, I think. But Sheep coming in from behind really scared those Daughter guys. Didn't know how to react to that. Skeej managed to survive there. 2 Nuts goes down again, and a big advantage situation here for Fenneks. And if they wanted to, they could choose to slow the game down a little bit. But I fully expect everyone to continue going at full pelt. This has been an intense game.
Yes, indeed, and we'll watch the scout of GF18 try to deny the soldier jump here of Zebasai. He's going to put some pressure on the point. Looks like Wallace was behind, going for the back cap, but Clar will clean that up, and soldiers stood up on the point in the form of Zebasai. He'll back off slightly as they start to move on trash with a full Uber advantage. They've got 2 players down without the force. They're going to make their way into the bottom right lobby door, and Sickless is advanced with his medic, overextending his team if you like, and he'll go in just with Sickless. The Pyro may be able to do a lot here because it's just the medic and Demo Man. Zebasai will get the pick of Kalari onto the flank, and we're watching Bevan clean up Skeej here in the bottom left hand corner. That'll be a 2-for-2 exchange. Excellent exchange. 2 Nuts is on his way to Uber, but he has a scout on him on 97%. He's so low, 6 HP. The door will not close and he'll go down. Only Rib but to survive, and he goes down shortly after, and that'll be 6-4 to Fenneks with 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Clar and Sickless pumping out big damage on that round, and even though that was a pretty bizarre Uber, everyone else on Fenneks is just really pulling their weight here, definitely matching up to their opposite numbers here on the Daughter side. On this middle though, I'm going to watch Rib, who's again taking that aggressive stance. He's trying to walk forward across the point. He's looking for a little scout for it. He hasn't done that much damage. Sickless is just hiding back at choke, allowing these Daughter players to come forward. Now it's up to his soldiers to come in with that health. Clar jumps in and finds Knutsen, but himself gets drawn into a bad position where he's cleaned up by the Daughter scouts. Rib was still alive there and just walked forward on that distraction from Knutsen, I think.
And yeah, an excellent response from Daughter as they're 2 rounds down now, 5 minutes to go. They need this round quickly because they need to give themselves every opportunity to get this back to at least a golden cap situation, but there's a soldier hiding there for the force. It looks like he'll go down without the pop, which is great for Team Daughter as they go in main, Uber in their combo in, Debo sensitive on the top left roller door. Scout onto the point, trying to shoot the sticks away. He'll go down for not much cap time whatsoever, and that's a 2-2 exchange, but the Scout will just stand on the point and cap it off as GF18 drops the block rather late.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Clary was doing there on main. Even if he forces, he's still dead and they're going to Uber on to last. This isn't Pickup 2 or TF2 Center. Please step your game up and get bodies to hold on to those Uber disadvantages on last. Here's our Valley rollout though from Daughter, as the scouts are again straight on the point. Rib is quite far forward. They've spotted a soldier underneath. Walters drops down behind Kalari and puts some buckshot in his shoulder blades. He's dead, but so are Clar and GF18. Daughter looking strong in this middle. They just need to keep 2 Nuts alive, but he's been separated by Sheepy and a little bit of spam there. Sheepy's going to get that frag, but he and Skeej are now making their way into blue territory. They're behind enemy lines, and Daughter have a choice. Do they try and get that medic pick or just leave him there? He's going to surf out. Skeej goes Valley, riding on Knutsen's rocket, gets chased down, will die eventually. And I think Sheepy... No, he didn't get cleaned up. He's running back through the valley now as well. He still has a little bit of his buff from his deceased medic, but Skeej died much later than 2 Nuts there, and that might have an impact on the rest of this round, guys.
Absolutely, and that's a fantastic pick from Nuts. And I think he thought he was playing Tribes Ascend there as he surfed across into the valley, picking the medic of Skeege there. That's a great pick, and that's really changed the outcome of this game. They really needed this pick, and at 5-6, Dota will push onto the Spire. Time pressing against them. Skeege is holding from the trash with his Pocket Scout and Demo Man as one soldier holds the middle balcony, spamming onto the choke. That one scout pick of Walters has sent them back onto the train. They don't want to be too aggressive here, and they have quite a big advantage, and we can understand that. They're just playing safe now. They need this round, and they're going to wait for Walters to respawn to join the push.
Knudsen's been probing out the flank there. He's getting buffed up right now. Looks like it's going to be 2 soldiers coming out on Hunter. The sticky trap! Sickles gets both soldiers with the single death. Nobody checked the sticks there, and they went out at the same time instead of going like 1 by 1. They thought they were joining onto Noah's Ark there. 2 by 2 through the sticky trap. Sickles shuts them down. There goes Kalarian using the fact that they have a man advantage to try and make a play, maybe get the force on the 2 nuts. He's gone down though, and might be back to the drawing board here for Skeege and company. They have Uber charge right now, so let's hear how they want to play this one out. Team comms, don't fail me now.
Chris,
Demo down.
Nice.
Down.
Nice.
Push.
Scouts behind us.
Yeah.
You get house?
Let's start stacking mid.
Soldier on the point.
Oh, we need to go
Medical.
back. Everybody go back. Go back. Go back.
No. Oh yeah,
go
they're all behind us. They
I
use.
popped.
I'm behind. I'm down.
Soldier
Block
weak
the
on
point.
point.
Skills behind you, Skills.
Yeah.
Block the point, guys. Don't let
On
them
Spire,
come.
on Spire.
Is he still Spire?
Oh, he's gone.
All
Nice.
close, true.
Maybe behind us. Watch out. Sure.
Sorry, jump. Nice. Get the soldier, guys. Help us.
Help and
Each
choke.
other.
I'm going by him hop.
Nice.
guys.
One up.
That was very nice.
What's up? Soldier. He just spawned.
Holy shit, that Sickless meat grinder, he just ignored everybody that jumped in, walked forward, damaged the rest of those 3 players in that tiny area, and ended up sandwiching the whole of Daughter there on that choke point house.
Absolutely, and Sickles playing great area control. Actually playing a smart game, really. He's been solid all game long on there on 58 points on the scoreboard. This is their chance now. The team of Fenneks, I know we said we called a 5-0, or at least you did, James, earlier on, and we're seeing 6-5 now, and this is their chance to close up shop, shut the game out, and take this first map all against the odds, I guess.
Oh, Zebasai has timed out. We saw this happen a couple of times yesterday. He's not on the server right now. He will be rejoining, I assume. But the Uber is already coming in here. 2 nuts only has 40%. His charge is not going to be effective unless he gets Uber's all lands. 1 needs 2 more. Will not get it. Beaver and Walters, the only men alive, and Walters is on a back cap, even though his team are a man down. I guess that was their only hope. GGs are being called here. Beaver trading some pleasantries there with his opponents on the Fenneks side. Only 30 seconds left here, HYS. Will anyone want to contest this middle, or is this dead time?
This is all about the stats. You're going to watch Sickless come in here, Russian style. He's going to buff his stats up for analysis after the first map. And you just see Zebasai come into middle there. Nobody else will come from Dota, and we're just obviously watching this game. Brian down to a halt really is, and that'll be a 1 map lead, 3 points going to Fenneks. And how do you feel after the prediction of 5-0, James?
I have no idea what you're talking about, mate. Are you on those meds for your shoulder? Are you on painkillers or something? Are you hallucinating? Do you think I would predict a 5-0 for Daughter? I'm pretty sure I said 7-5, but did they just get, oh, they didn't get another cap there. That would have been cheeky. We do have the logs though. You just talking about stats there brought it to my attention, and let's see. Let's check out some damage stats. Pretty close actually between Sickless and Rib, but Sickless was the star of the show. Actually, it's dead even on damage per minute, but Sickless had just a few points more.
And of course, he had the crits as well.
That is a good point. But apparently now, I was having this same discussion last night on a double mix, but apparently all the stats now are supposed to be real damage. So you don't get like a crazy amount of damage for crits. You just get the amount of health that you take off the person rather than the maximum that you could have done in that situation. So I'm not sure how much crit skews stats anymore. I haven't actually confirmed this with anyone
that may be
coded
true, because I haven't noticed a huge difference myself when playing with crits or not, I guess. But I mean, as we can see there, it just looks like a solid performance from all the Fenneks team there. All of them sort of hovering around. It's obviously Cyclist top, and then sort of 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th place on the damage stats all go to Fenneks. So looks like a very solid performance. And Knutson and Beaver and Walters, I guess you could call the flank of Dota, going to be crucial on this next map, Gullywash.
Yeah, it was a close game, finishing 7-5 there in favour of Fenneks eSports. And just go to kills and assists per death there, and look at Rib, he's up at the top, tied with Sickness again actually. But he was clearly doing a lot of work for his team, but they just weren't able to follow up and find those frags. Like at the end of the round, there's a 20 frag difference between the teams. And I'm just trying to decide who to blame really. It's Knutson only with 14 frags, but Clary wasn't really doing much better than him. I guess that's a pretty even battle. I'm trying to blame somebody here, but I'm not just too sure who it is. Sickness seemed to just get a lot of kills. He's got like...
I think Beaven and Knutson have to lift their game. I mean, you see Beaven there on 34 deaths. It's a lot of deaths in one map. It just seems W mouse one, really, without the sort of damage stats to back that up. And it'll be interesting to see how they can raise their game, because obviously Kalari there, Knutson's counterpart, able to produce another 3,000 damage on top. In a very aggressive game, we can see both medics with high number of assists, really. And obviously an entertaining watch, I'm sure, for all you viewers on our stream, and hopefully we'll be in some more excellent aggressive TF2 action on the next